Alright, here's a bunch of novelty knives here. I suppose they're made for kids. They're single blade. And then these are serious ones down here. These are throwing knives. Hibbins, I think, makes those. There's an old carry knife I used as an electrician. And my new carry knife. This one right here is sort of like a Arkansas toothpick. That's the one I made. This one here, this is my favorite of all time. Hope you can see that. USMC, came from World War II. Guy named Pat Casey had this knife in Okinawa. No telling what that knife could tell you if it could tell you a story. And we got the little buck there, the Skinner, and Crocodile Dundee. It's a Texas Hold'em, some Chinese piece of whatever, but it's a pretty cool looking knife. Howdy boys. This is a video response to EagleEye. Old Kenny over there tagged me about my favorite full tang knives, so here goes. I got about 1,000 knives. Really, I've only got maybe 70 or so that I've collected all my life, but these are my favorites. This one, first and foremost, I don't know if you can see that real well. I'm having a hell of a time seeing this camera. Anyway, it says Pat Casey, Okinawa, and this is for rigging on your Marine Corps web belt. And this is a big 2-pound knife. You see where it says USMC on there? That was USMC issue, but I've never found it as a fighting knife. It's sharpened all the way around from one end to the other, and boy, it's seen some bad days being in the Pacific over there. But when I discovered it, I cleaned her all up, put a razor back on the edge of it again, and I love this knife. I guess if I was gonna have to fight with a knife, you get a club or a knife with this booger. So that's my #1 favorite full tang scabbard knife. That one's got quite a history. My other favorite, everybody knows about these sets of bucks. I like this one as a Skinner. That's a real fine skinning knife. So everybody's seen those. I've got all 3 of these, but this one right here would be the one I'd bug out with if I had to take just one. And then this oddball looks almost like an Arkansas toothpick. This is a blade I bought, but I made my own handle, and I stuck the end of that blade out the back of the knife here. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's shiny right there on the tip. That's metal sticking through. So you could use it as a glass breaker if you wanted to, but I figured I'd want it for a boot knife. I've only got this little cheapo, I don't even know what came in that. I need a good leather type scabbard for this. But that's a favorite of mine, and you'll notice these grooves here are sideways. It's for us lefties. You righties are shit out of luck on this one. So that's a favorite of mine. And just as a side note, now this old case here, I carried this from, gosh, about 1972. Right after I got out of the Marine Corps. This was my wire skinning knife as an electrician. I carried this for a couple decades until I just about wore that blade out. Then I started carrying one of these. This is called a SOG. Now this has a real nice, I guess, some kind of plastic handle, but these suckers fit your hand. They're real lightweight, and boy, you put an edge on this sucker with a strop, it'll shave you. And that's a real nice knife. It locks on the back. So that's my everyday carry now. I've carried the first SOG I got 84 maybe, wore that sucker out. It was an electrician knife and personal carry knife. But this one I'm going to take it easy with, because these are hard to come by now. They don't sell them anymore. So that's my favorite pocket knife. But something I'd like to show you. Out of all my, I got a toolbox I keep all my collection in. But these are the ones I really wanted to show you. These things come from way back in the day. You see what that says? Sunlight's glaring on it. It says Red Ryder. Here's Gene Autry, Dale Evans, another Red Ryder. There's Roy Rogers right there. Another Roy. Lash LaRue, that's an old one. And then of course, what does that say? Lone Ranger and Silver. You see that? Got his horse on it. Pretty cool, huh? These things are just little single blade. It's made by Novelty Knife Company. Let's see who else we got. Gene Autry's horse Champion right there. Lash LaRue, Black Diamond was his horse. Damn, I hope this thing's coming out all right. See what these are. Davy Crockett, King of the Wild Frontier. And Roy Rogers Trigger again. What do we got here? Lash LaRue. Oh, Hopalong Cassidy and his horse, Topper. You see that? I hope so. And what do we got here? Oh, Tonto and the Lone Ranger. So these were, I guess, collector's items way back in the day. One of the older ones I've got was made by Camillus. Here's one here. It's a two-blade, made by the same outfit, I think. No, it just says USA on it. I don't know why I kept that one. Looks like these, sort of. So that's some cute little novelty knives right there. I could show you knives all afternoon, but I'll end with this one. Remember when Crocodile Dundee says, "That's not a knife. That's a knife, brother. That's it's a Winchester. No, it's a Smith & Wesson. It's Texas Hold'em, if you can read that." I'm not much for buoys. I've got a half a dozen of these, but this is the biggest, and it's got the best weight and everything to it. So I just thought I'd show you that one. I don't know what the hell you'd use it for unless you're going to go chop some blackberries or something. So, alright. There you go, Kenny. And let's see, I get to tag somebody. So I'm going to tag Joe Leadslinger and James Pollard and the Old Goat Farmer. His name's Country. So I'll tag those three. Alright, boys, let's see what you got out there. And this is fun. Whoever started this, thanks. I'm enjoying the hell out of this.